Well, in Maryland, the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals Court ruled this week that parents in Montgomery County do not have the right to opt out their children from being taught and read books on subjects such as transgenderism and LGBTQ ideology. Eric Baxter with Becket Law, the firm representing the parents challenging the Montgomery County Board of Education, said in a statement that the ruling in part, quote, runs contrary to the First Amendment, Maryland law, the school board's own policies, and basic human decency. Joining us now is Eric Baxter, Vice President and Senior Counsel at Becket. Eric, good to be with you. As mentioned, Becket is representing the plaintiffs, the parents from many faiths, including Catholics, Muslims, and Orthodox, who have one thing in common, and that is protecting their young children from ideologies that go against their faith. Talk to us more about that and what this ruling says to them.
We're talking about teaching children as young as 3 and 4 years old about romantic feelings, sexuality, and gender identity, and simply asking that parents have the right to opt their children out of classes on those topics. The court unfortunately said that unless your child is actually being coerced to violate their religious beliefs, you have no right. That can't be the standard. Children are highly impressionable. They love their teachers. They're very susceptible to what their teachers tell them. Parents should have the right on these sensitive subjects to know when these topics are being taught, and if they want to pull their children out if the topics are not age appropriate for their children.
Yeah, Eric, I know in a number of states, including neighboring Virginia, parents have the right to opt their children out of certain parts or all of curriculum like family life education. So, why is this not happening in Montgomery County, Maryland? And is that the case throughout the state?
That right is protected around the country. Almost every state has explicit protection for parents, including Maryland, which says whenever you're teaching human sexuality and family life, you have to allow parental opt-outs. Montgomery County's own policies also have opt-outs anytime instruction would violate a student's religious beliefs. So we're simply asking to have the same rights that every other parent would have in this context. The fact that the school board is denying it only when it comes to these school books is straight up religious discrimination. And that's why we're asking the courts to step in and provide protection.
Yeah, and some opponents, though, they have stated this could be a potential slippery slope here if parents are allowed to opt out their children from this instruction, from these, hearing these books being read to them. What would you say to that?
I mean, opt-outs have been around for, ever since the school systems. We have cases going back to the early 1800s where parents were given opt-outs. This is a core American right. There haven't been a landslide of issues with this. Parents who want their children to have these storybooks, they're perfectly welcome to keep their children in the class. It's a relatively small group of parents who are saying, let my kids go to the library during this hour, just like they would any other time there's instruction that violates their core values.
Well, Eric, thank you so much for coming on. I know that you are going to appeal this case, and we're going to continue to follow it. We appreciate your time. God bless.
Thank you.